here where it's cancer. Alright. So this is the secondary test race with the more modern cars. Not all of them are painted, sadly. But these are all the people that have signed up so far. And then the spectator car. And the pace car. But hold on. Come on, give me a good... Come on. So it's time for your starting lineup. Come on. On your pole is... Chad Littlemock. And taking up that second place is Helen Washington. Both, sadly, do not have the paint schemes that I want done on them yet. They're in the works currently. The number 3 of Sebastian Coles does end up getting the 3rd spot, as Jack Campbell in the 88 ends up getting 4th, and to round out our top 5, another Campbell being Chad Campbell in the 4 car, rounding in 5th. And Nicholas Torres falling out of the top 5, barely missing it in the Dr. Pepper drove in 14 in the 6th place. Running out your top 10 is Dylan Benson in the Gatorade number 2. Rounding out your top 15 is Sophia Torres, currently in an uncolored car, unpainted car. And then your last active, forget this one. This is nothing to you. Zach Miles in an unpainted car. I'm going to accelerate to when the race starts. Here we go from Daytona International Speedway. Hopefully this race isn't as laggy as the last one. I do apologize. I don't know why it was so laggy. I've turned down some things. I've turned some things on for the... I've turned things on when it comes to my recorder. Turned some things off when it comes to the actual game. It's daytime here in Daytona. Not in real life. It's pitch black outside. I'm tired. I do this all for you guys, you know that? Alright. Like I said, anything that has blue and white stripes, has the word Camry, the word Dodge, or the word Ford on it, isn't a painted car. So, as you can see, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. No, that's Dr. Pepper. Right there. Yeah, you can tell. Here we go. Going down the backstretch so far. About to start off this test race. 10 laps over here at Daytona International Speedway over in Daytona, Florida. Nice sunny weather. Wish we had that here. You guys gotta let me know, because I don't know actually how loud or how quiet these things are until I watch them. And it always seems like the audio doesn't get laggy, it's always the video. Surprisingly, right now, both are running at the exact same frame rate, so it's not extremely laggy. Because as long as the cars aren't lagging, I'm okay with it. But here we go. Coming over to the green flag. Green flag, it does look like... It does seem as Chad Littlemock will end up taking the lead, and well, starting with the lead, and takes off with a decent amount of a decent lead here. As my broadcaster says that I'm using a high CPU, that's not really a concern currently. It's probably extremely laggy for you guys, but I'm sorry. The three of Sebastian Coles is currently not far behind. Maybe a fourth of the car length. As number 4 comes shooting out of nowhere. And 88 goes out to block, I believe, his own teammate. I do not... Don't... Yeah, the 88 went out to block his own teammate and left number 3 out to dry. It does seem as the number 17 of Little Mock will end up most likely leading all the way, coming down the first turn. Well, not first turn, but god damn it. Little Mock ending up with our pole and ends up with the first lap led in this 10-lap exhibition. Here we go, the 4 car of Chad Campbell coming down and taking the lead is number 0 of Benjamin Rice isn't far behind with the number 5 of Lucas Campbell, another Campbell, in 3rd place, currently taking that. Let's get back to our leader here, as it's gonna end up being, no, it ends up being Benjamin Rice, leading us in the Enjoy Illinois 0 car, leading us down the back stretch, pulling in now to turn 3. Well, okay, I believe it's called like the D oval or whatever part. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Okay, the D turn or whatever in the world it is. I'll figure it out. But Benjamin Rice does end up leading the lap. An uncolored 77, Keith Eckerd, ends up pulling into 2nd as Julius Sullivan in the 133 Culliver car ends up pulling into 3rd. As one of the 99 million unpainted cars ends up pulling into 4th, and I'm not even. Sophia Torres in the unpainted 24. This thing like, ooh, okay, so Rice does end up leading that lap, but now it looks like Eckerd ends up taking the lead here and is gonna try to drive off with it. I'm not gonna be surprised if every lap has a different leader the entire race. Here we go, coming down the back straightaway. Does not seem like there's any cautions or pileups. 2 side by side going down the back straightaway. Does look like the number 1 Dodge. I do believe that's Wayne Carson. It is Wayne Carson in the Under Armour 1 car. Ends up taking that 2nd place in 113. Julia Sullivan ends up getting out to dry. Eckerd is still your leader here, going into your 5th lap, 5th of your 10. Wayne Carson still trying to track him down and pile up just to try to lead a few laps here. He ends up getting left out on the high lane. It does not matter. He did not end up catching up. It is now our previous test race winner. Well, okay, no, pole leader, Axel Kensington, is currently side by side with Eckerd and ends up taking the lead here, and Eckerd just gets left out to dry. That top lane is not going to work for anyone, and I'm not going to be surprised if this person behind them, Cody Johnson, which I do believe is his teammate. I need to have that over there too. Okay, here we go. Starting of lap 6. Axel Kensington. I'm sorry if I butcher any names. Kensington going out of turn 1, coming out of turn 2, now going down the backstretch, trying to get a lead over. Remember, they're all the same. They're all like the same 4 kind of cars, so I actually have to look. Cody Johnson. And it does look like someone, another Chevy took the top lane and is just going to get left out to dry as 4 Camrys take up 4 of the top 5 spot. So to that person that said they pit because it was the end of the race, no they didn't. I went and rewatched it. They actually pit for whatever reason. I don't know why you would pit with only in a 10-lap race. But currently your leader has obviously changed. I don't know who it is now. It is now the 82 of Chris Commissar. Once again, I'm not very good with names, and I think he's the only one that actually stayed out here. He's going to most likely end up coming into pit here, and we're going to go back to the pits. I want to see, as it does seem like the 0 of Benjamin Rice is the last one to exit off from there. Here we go. Pace car, back one. Commissar is still your leader, but ends up pulling in. Kensington is going to end up taking your leading spot unless Commissar can get off pit road before he reaches there, but I highly doubt that. We're just gonna watch from pit lane 1 if we see 2 cars, one from over there, and it does seem like Kemmingson does end up taking the lead somehow. I'm not sure how he pulled it off because he never passed him. No, he did not. I was lying, apparently. What? What? Okay, then. Kensington so far is your leader, as far as I understand. This is broken. Okay. Once again, another Toyota. There is the Hershey. I saw the Lucas Campbell up in the Hershey 5 car with I'm not sure who that Toyota is, but they are definitely going to have. That is Helen Washington from earlier in this. It's the 102 car with the 5 of Lucas Campbell not far behind. He's going to try to slingshot. Ends up doing exactly that on Helen Washington. Lucas Campbell is going to try to slingshot past Kensington for the 9th out of 10 laps of this race. He does pull it off just slightly, and it does look like Kensington is going to at least fall back. Oh, hold on. He might actually have a chance to keep a top 4 spot here. Lucas Campbell, no, not the pace car. Pace car is not entertaining. Lucas Campbell definitely going to lead this lap, unless that Chevy car, which I do believe might still be Helen, and Kensington falls all the way down back to 4th. I'm going to see if that is. Yes, that is Helen Washington. Lucas Campbell ends up in the 5 Hershey car, ends up pulling past, and here we go, the final lap, white flag out. It's a race in between Lucas Campbell. No. Lucas Campbell. Helen Washington ends up losing their spot, and it becomes a race in between Sebastian Coles and Lucas Campbell. Sebastian Coles just absolutely slingshots past him. Maybe. Hold on. He's got to run, and he's got the lower lane. Yes, he does. Sebastian Coles ends up taking the lead on the final lap in one of the final turns, going around to turn 4, coming out of turn 4 now on one of the few straightaways, coming up to the D turn or D whatever, coming up onto that first turn, entering the D turn, and ends up winning the race here for the exhibition race. We're gonna go find out. Here are your standings for this race. Sebastian Cole taking your winner's trophy here from Daytona International Speedway. Lucas Campbell, our previous leader, Axel Kensington, another Campbell in the 88, the Jack Campbell ends up being 4th, and Helen Washington, our second place. The second place demon just fell all the way from 2nd to 5th. Cody Johnson, one of our previous leaders in the 42, ends up falling into 6th. Commissar, which was the only person to stay out during that time, and ended up leading a few laps and just slowed down on the straightaway. Nothing they could do. In the 82, ends up 7th. Nicholas Torres, which I do believe started 6th, ends up falling down to 8th. Sofia Torres in the 24, unpainted, comes in 9th. As Eckerd comes in 10. Benson, 11th. Chad Campbell in 12th. Wayne Carson in the Under Armour 1 comes in 13th. Sullivan comes in Sullivan comes in 14th. Sorry, I looked over at something. Lomack 15th, Rice 16th, and Miles, starting in the back, ends up finishing in the back at 17th. Let's go look at that final pass, shall we? Here we go with our race winner. We're gonna ride alongside him. This is probably gonna get a lot louder. It did, because I can even hear him. I do apologize. This is the point where he takes that second place spot and coming down the backstretch, actually. Ends up taking the lead going into the turn. Yes. The Liberty Mutual 3 car, that is a Dodge. I don't know why all the decals got removed. I will try to fix that before the actual first race. And ends up with no one close. I want to see this. There's no one really close. No one close enough to take a lead. We're gonna go up 6 times speed here. Just to see. Yeah, there's definitely a marginal lead here. Yeah, there's definitely a marginal lead there. Congratulations to Sebastian Coles for winning this exhibition match. Well, exhibition game. And here's your winner title thing at the very end of these races. I personally don't like them, but I mean, they show stuff.